Then I'll go for a nice, happy bike ride. All right, ready
Yay,
to go.
Frisbee and Potty Sammy. Lol.
All right. All right. You don't have to keep barking. I got it. What, do you think I don't understand the first time? Oh my God, a dog. Let's go somewhere. Hey, come on. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Hey, don't try to grab it out of my hand. What the hell? What the hell? Wait there.
Get the toy Sammy.
Hey,
Yay,
wait.
Rob on mic. Much love. Who to
Ready?
let dogs out. So excited.
Nice. You missed it. Are you too excited? Calm the fuck down. Nice. Okay. Here you go. Oh, that was a great one. That was a great one. You want to do that again? Or just go long. Go long. Go long. Nice. Stay.
Holy moly,
Stay.
that's a huge backyard. Where dis at?
It's an apartment. Don't get too excited. Woohoo! Almost. All right, Sammy. Go long. Go long. All right. Here you go. Here you go.
State City.
Nice. Ready?
Guys, what kind of dog is this?
A frisbee catching dog. Sammy, go pee. Give me him.
Rob's dog.
Give me him. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop. Go pee. Go potty. Go potty.
Black
go potty.
lab.
Hey, she's not a lab. She has no lab in her. Go potty. She has rat terrier.
Gimme Sam.
Go potty. All right, fine. One more throw. Ready? Oh, nice one. Okay. Okay, go pee. Go pee. Hey. Go pee. Go pee. Where are you
I
going?
always wonder where Sam is all the time, or half the time.
Go potty. Hey. Go potty.
It's a terrier. Get it.
She's a rat terrier and a boxer.
Keep away.
Go potty. Yeah. What are you doing?
Sleeping lol.
All right, fine. I guess you're not going potty then. She doesn't want to go potty. She's like, I'm going in. It's hot. It's really hot. All right. All right. Well, you had your chance.
Good girl. In. She's all done. That was fun. Bring Frisbee to ma'am.
You want a treat? She drops frisbees right away when I say treat. It's the only time she literally drops
Go get
the
your
frisbee.
muscle wet. Treat time for Sammy.
Watch her run away. She's gonna run away. Watch. No? You're just gonna eat her right there? Damn. She usually doesn't do that. I already have water. Guess I'm good. Alright, we're gonna do a nice easy lap around the apartment.
Bye, Sam.
We're gonna do a lap around the complex just to make sure all this stuff works. And
Bring beer.
I can't bring beer. I'm actually gonna put my rack back on though. I decided I'm gonna put the rack back on so I can start carrying beer and lunch and dinner and stuff. You know what I mean? And that way I can kind of relax, not have to be so. I mean, I spent like every time we go out, I spend like $20.
Rob, quick question. In one of your Go tutorials, you mentioned that you are not a fan of GitHub. This abyss GitLab. Can you spill the beans?
Oh, that was a long time ago. To get the right answer on that, go.
You got a nice helmet there on the shelf. Good idea. Bring a lunch pail filled with alcohol.
Not too much alcohol. I don't want my reaction time to go down too much. That's kind of what got me into trouble. if the one thing that was really my fault was I did have 3 veers, and
No Jalopy Jones.
I'm pretty sure I could have responded.
He had one over. I need to get a non-e-bike set up. Also all.
Yeah, I'm
His
not,
limit is 2.
my limit is 2 and I had 3. And it slowed my reaction time down enough. I think I honestly I think I could have avoided that accident. I've watched that accident several times now. And
Drunk driving.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't drunk, but I'm pretty sure I could have avoided that accident had I had...
Now the facts are coming out.
No, I told everybody I was drinking 3.
No buoy Jalopy Jones.
You guys knew that. You knew that the first day.
I need to leave and join the family for some fun time. You totally rock, mate. Happy I found you, Nad. See ya later.
Oh, yeah. If that is your first time, welcome. Yeah, I don't know if you're... I mean, the ride is fun. And in the end, the race is only with yourself, right? God, I hate this.
How come you don't drink beer when you do ZWIFT?
I don't know what that means.
Bye, Arisdev.
Bye, guys. I don't even know. Okay, so...
Arisdev, bye. I am so thrown off by positive people.
Alright, so we're just going to go for a nice neighborly
Do a wheelie.
bike ride. No wheelies, no kick flips.
Enjoy family time, Arisdev.
Family time is good. Family time is good. My kids are all
Bye,
grown up.
Sam.
But she's satisfied, right? Because we did something fun, right? And Mr. Guest is going to make her some food. She's good. She's set.
Be good dog.
She's a very good dog. She's an amazing dog. She is. We've had several, and she's actually...
I want to see Rob stick his tongue out where his teeth belong. Lock door.
I just did that. I just gave you guys an intimate look at my teeth that don't exist. Did I not change the title of the chat again? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to throw it away anyway.
Does Boomer have his keys?
I have my key, see? I have my key. We're just going to go for a nice neighborly ride.
Sure didn't.
I had my key. Alright.
Key protected.
Key is very protected.
Grant us more perms to do changes.
Fuck no.
To stream title.
I'm going to do that. You have to have a bot for that. And I'm making the bot for that. Hey, someone try one of the free stickers. I want to see if I can hear it. Like the 3 hours later. Try the 3 hours later sticker. It's free. The F sticker and the 3 hours later sticker is free.
Fair enough.
I am a little nervous. Holy shit. That was unexpected. Oh my god, my shifter. My shifter.
3 hours later.
Hey, I heard it.
3 hours later.
Listen to all the 3 hours later.
3 hours later.
Now I'm gonna get slammed with 3 hours later.
Okay, I will.
3 hours later.
My
3
shifter's...
hours
Oh
later.
my god.
3 hours later.
Oh my god, what have I done?
3 hours later.
Okay, I'm a little bit freaked out right now. Like, I'm actually having PTSD right now. This is
Stop.
shit. Damn, I was not expecting this. I got this like weird feeling in my gut. Oh god. I was not expecting that. I thought I was just gonna be fine. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely having a little PTSD right now. Oh shit. Whoa, that just freaked me out. Whoa. That was really weird, guys.
Nice to see this view.
That was...
Okay, well, test ride 1, do a wheelie.
Dude, that was...
After 2 beers, Jalopy Jones.
Dude, going over that bump, I about lost my shit. Holy cow. Oh shit. Oh god, what's going on, man?
You just need to ride a bit to get over it again.
Dude, I'm like freaking the fuck out. I'm freaking out right now. Oh, God. Just give me a second.
Walk the bike home. I never thought I would see a live crash. You're all right, buddy.
Dude, why am I feeling this way? I didn't feel like this. I'm such a fucking wimp.
Bad spot for a test ride.
Dude, it's nothing. It's
Too
nothing.
many cars.
Dude, what the hell is wrong with me? It's just a fucking bike. I had no idea where that
We
came
are
from.
here.
I have no idea where that came from, man. I have no idea. That
Go over to the grass.
Oh God, that kind of totally.
Ride on the ball court.
I'm good. I'm gonna be good. That totally surprised me, though. You know what it was? It was the vibration. It was the vibration of hitting that speed bump. It just like jarred a memory loose. It was just something.
Run over Jalopy Jones.
You know what's funny? I actually timed it. The first memory I have of the crash was being on the grass. I was sitting on the grass, and I timed it. I looked at the video, and I was out for 2 minutes. That means I think the blood on the wheels is from the girl's hands who were pulling my bike out of the road.
This is a normal expected reaction.
And they, I think that they I think I got knocked out. I think that they dragged my body to the grass. And because I thought I walked over that, but I watched the video a million times. I was like, how did I get to the grass? Because the crash is on the other side of the road. It's on the left side of the road. And the first time I remember waking up or doing anything was on the grass. And I looked at it, and it was 2 minutes. So I think I was out for 2 minutes, which
No
explains.
concussion, Rob.
No, I was no concussion. No, but my God, I was
Just
not.
blacked out.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that, man. I think I've been repressing a lot of shit.
That means you have a concussion.
No, I'm fine. I think I repressed a lot of shit. I don't think I let all the emotion out. I do that all the time. I have really good defenses. I'll just kind of get really weird, and I'll bury shit, you know?
Do you remember pissing in a bottle?
I do remember that. Yeah, hell yeah. Because my kidneys hurt so bad when I did that. I have no idea why. Probably shock. Dude, I have no... It's like I just unlocked some emotion someplace that I've been like... Okay. I was not expecting that. I was seriously not expecting that. Dude, I you know, you hear about cyclists racers, you know? Well, after a big crash, they have a hard time coming back. You know? Yeah. Oh, great. There's a dead animal.
This is a normal expected reaction. Yay.
There's like a dead animal. Great way to start back on the road. Right past a dead cat and a huge truck.
Good spot for a dead cat.
Yeah.
Cat dam. Black 1 2.
Yeah.
Ride on the side street.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just because I don't want to freak out. It's not that it's dangerous. It's just, you know. Hey, I know. Let's drive through the graveyard. I'm sure that'll make me feel better. Yeah, a nice happy ride through the graveyard. Reminded of our mortality. How's the camera? Is the camera?
Yes.
Nothing like a graveyard to bring
Whenever
back.
I read Dead Cat, my mind always goes to Dead Cat Bounce Market. You don't want to freak out on a main street with lots of cars and lose control.
I think you're right.
You're still alive, they aren't. Not pushing yourself too hard is good.
Also, I mean...
I love the graveyard, maybe the boneyard on the way back.
Oh shit, I gotta comment. Wait, where's that noise coming from? Oh, my phone container is totally broken. You guys know that. I'm turning this off because there's people. Oh, it's a Little League game. Nice. People looking at me like I'm a freak. I got some pretty good looks from those people. Those people were like breaking their neck. Because I can't close my mouth because I can't breathe through my nose. So I'm that guy with no teeth with his mouth open, mouth breathing. I'm a mouth breather. I watched Notified Doris? No. No, I had to call her. I didn't have my Garmin on, which I also don't have it on right now, so I should probably put it on. Oh shit. Dude, all of these pieces of shit Mooresville race car assholes, like that guy who just passed. All right. Live track auto start failed. Cannot find device. I'm checking my lights and stuff. I'm going by the high school, but you know, I got my bike radar is working now. I'm not going fast down this hill. Not yet. Not yet. I know I'm a wimp. I know. Just give me a while. I gotta get used to it. I also want to make sure all my shit's working. Oh God. The cars pass me like that. Freaks me the fuck out. I fucking hate America. I fucking hate America, man. No bike lane.
Def, make sure your shit's working before you start going fast. This just a test drive.
Yeah, I know. This is just a test drive. We're just gonna go to that.
Just 'cause the bike seems good doesn't mean that it is.
No, I know. I know. We're gonna go easy. I'm just really slow on
I
stuff.
am sure he knows his bike, Jaliki Jones.
I mean, I do know my bike, but I appreciate the concern. I'd rather be overly cautious today than, I mean, any number of things can happen. That little psych episode that just happened totally surprised the shit out of me. I don't want any more surprises. Dude, where did that come from?
Better safe than sorry. I would buy a Salsa, very durable.
Oh, they're super durable, yeah. They're awesome bikes. I forgot to turn Streamlabs off, too. Oh, hey, I can turn that off, though. So I'm going to turn all the Streamlabs stuff off. I have to pay attention to the road, though. Oh, shit. What was that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? There was some noise in my bike that normally doesn't make a noise. There was a different noise.
Chain jump. Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Chain jump.
Was it just chain jump? Okay.
Sounded like chain.
Okay, good. I think I'm
Don't
fine.
do that at high speed.
Oh, of course not. Alright, well, we're just gonna go nice and easy.
Like I said, just 'cause it seems good, doesn't mean it is good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just send it go full speed. Lots of parts that can be out of alignment.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was just vibration in the chain, actually, because I can feel it now.
Not yet, guys.
Yeah, we'll be good.
It will take time.
Oh, it's also, there's another noise.
Bike goes for full speed 100% power.
Yeah, that would be me 5 days ago.
Maybe tighten the chain.
It's not the chain. It's a combination of chain and this phone thing. The phone attachment is
Driver
broken.
is not 100% yet either.
The phone rack thing is not.
Might be his selector.
My phone thing has a piece loose. It has
Are the gear selectors working? Driver is not 100% yet because he is 200%, am I right?
No, it's okay. So that little rattle is my broken phone connector.
Ah, duct tape.
My phone connector is broken. I knew that though. It's going to be enough to hold my phone today, but I got to order a new one. I think what happened, I think they ripped my phone out of the thing. That's what I think happened.
That rattle is the broken bones of his enemies. Under the tires. Maybe a rebuild screen.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's fine. I have to clean my bike anyway, so what I'm gonna do is, because it's getting dusty and stuff, it needs to get relubed.
Rebuild stream sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and also I have that dashboard extender, so I can put my ringer bell, on here for fun. So I think we should be fine. Let's go do a little bit of the gravel, because the gravel will bring out all of the like the jarring and stuff
and if
like
you
that.
feel blood in your mouth, it is because it is the blood of your enemies. You mean air horn.
Oh, I could get an air horn. There is an air horn. It's pretty expensive. There's an air
train horn.
There's an air horn. There's an air horn sticker, but it's pretty expensive because it's really annoying. But I don't think I would ever put that one to be free. That would drive people nuts. I do like I got the stickers to work though. So like, if we have an F, you guys can yell at me.
Not a sticker.
Oh, I know, like the real air horn. Yeah, I know.
An actual air horn for the bike.
People do though. I've seen people like they to be funny, right? They'll put air horns on their bike all the time. Yeah.
Can you code it to the stream as a redeem? Yaga horn. Air horn with compressor that is powered by driving the bike.
Matt, I wish they were redeems. I wanted to make them. I wanted to make them redeems. So I'm gonna make my own sticker system. And
they clearly don't see or hear you.
Yeah.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. Yeah, that was weird, dude. That fucking, I just like lost control of my emotions. Like, I just totally lost control. It was so weird.
That's the only thing that keeps motorcycles safe. Loud pipes save lives.
I've heard that so many times.
Night out.
Yeah, it is nice. It's a beautiful night out.
It's US. Strap AR to it.
Yeah. Strap an AR. They made a religion about the AR thing. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's more about the journey anyway, so.
Kazanas.
Yeah. Yeah.
They will hear you.
They'll definitely hear me, huh? I put on like a simulated AR sounds. Yeah, that'll just give me. Hey, there's the firefighters.
Imagine a bike-powered Gatling. Like good old days.
There's the paramedics and firefighters. I have a lot of appreciation for them. That's the first time I've ever fallen on my face. I think one of the things that made me have so much courage when it comes to cycling, and I've done all kinds of things. I mean, I've done criteriums, I've done serious downhill mountain biking, and I've never fallen right on my face. I've never face planted.
Which hospital emergency room did you go to?
Presbyterian. So I think that's why it's a little bit different for me this time, because honestly, my courage, my golden exterior, like the protection, like that, because I've always told myself I can get out of anything, and I get out of some pretty damaging shit. I always have. But that night I didn't. That night I did not get out. I did not protect my face.
You're afraid of death.
I don't think I'm afraid of death.
Falling technique is important, kind of like all the skaters do when they fall down the
Dude,
stairs.
I've been skating my whole life.
Roofstrop.
I've been skating my whole life. I have gone over the handlebars at least 3 dozen times. I know how to roll out of it. The difference was that it caught me off guard and my reaction time was down. And the only significant difference... Oh God, F, really? The only significant difference...
I am not afraid of death. I am afraid of surviving.
And I'm just going to say it, was alcohol. That is the first crash I have ever had after drinking. And everybody was making fun of me. They were taking bets that I was going to crash before I got to the car because I was drinking. And they were right. They were all right. Every single one of them was right. And
don't drink and drive.
I think that
it gotta be in your blood. Full-on training like special forces.
That's the thing. I have navigated out of trouble worse than the trouble I was in that night 1,000,000 times, dude. So many times. I lived on a skateboard and on the bike, and I was a river guide. I mean, my God, there's so many times we would have died just by picking a wrong course through the river. I was a skier. I know, and it's not just It's not just because I'm old. It is that, but it's not just that. I think honestly, the more I keep repeating it, I'm like, how could I avoid this in the future? I can't drink. I cannot drink alcohol.
What do you learn? Don't drink and drive.
There's 2 things that I have been doing.
And it's also because you're old.
It's because I'm old, and it's also because I'm streaming. So you add streaming, being old makes my reaction time slower already, right? Alcohol, forget reaction time. I don't have any reaction time at that point. I don't feel pain. I mean, I went through that.
He wasn't driving jackass Jalopy Jones.
He
was riding.
Yeah, but I did have,
Get a full face helmet and just headbutt these cars with no problem.
I know. So those are the three different factors. I'm a little bit older. I was drinking.
Reaction time also changes as you get older.
Yeah, so my reaction time, because I'm
driving, moving at a faster pace than walking. Even walking while drinking is dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It is. I agree. And there's been a couple times I've almost tripped. I've tried to forget skateboarding while you're drunk. That's just fucking crazy. I mean, and I wasn't even really drunk. It was 3 beers. 2 beers is my limit, but 3, Bottom line, I am not ever riding after drinking more than 2 beers.
Jones. Drinking without walking is dangerous.
I am never going to ride my bike again with more than one beer. I'm going to drink 1 beer and 1 beer only. And I'm going to enjoy that beer. I'm going to milk it. And I'm going to make sure it's a lager. I'm not going to stop drinking, for God's sake. I love drinking and riding. It's one of the best things about it. You just don't, and you definitely don't go fast, right?
1 bear and 3 to 4 hours wait. He asked Doris, she said 2. He knows.
Doris knows me. She knows my limits too. After 2 I get weird, I guess. And I'm, I fucking hate wearing helmets. I don't think they save you. They definitely didn't save me that day. And I'm going to go ahead and add it just because. So I do wonder if I had you saw my hands slap the ground, but my hands didn't get really messed up. I don't understand that at all. This one did. But and the streaming, and I got to tell you, one of the reasons I stopped streaming for a while.
Might have saved you if you tuck the chin and roll off.
Yeah. Oh, I always do that. That's why I was so upset with myself. I am like a master. I actually have a callus on my back from doing that, from skating and martial arts and everything. And it just didn't happen that night. It didn't happen. You know what though? I'm glad I didn't do it. If I had tried to roll out of that, I would have landed on my head and I would be dead.
It was also late at night and you were probably tired also.
I was extremely tired. Honestly, all things considered, I'm glad I lost my teeth.
One of the silliest things I have done is riding a bike drunk over icy streets, but I was really lucky.
Yeah. I mean, I can't count how many times I've ridden my bike in ice storms and gone down so many times. Is he turning? I'm just going to say it. I'm going to tell you right now.
Into the concrete instead of the teeth.
If I had tried to do my normal roll out of it, I could be dead now. I was going fast enough that if I had landed on the top of my head with no helmet, I would be dead. I would be dead, or I would have been seriously damaged. I mean, like really seriously damaged. My face is ugly and it hurts, and I've got a little trauma now. But I didn't get a concussion even. I didn't. I mean, a middle one, a tiny one maybe. But you know. And if I had tried to roll out of that, and
you were going fast.
I know.
Depends on the helmet.
If I had tried to roll out of that and caught my helmet, instead of bracing myself and breaking my collarbone, which is what most pros do.
Bicycle helmets save lives and reduce injuries.
That's not true. That's a false statistic. I can downplay that statistic anytime. Compare that to Amsterdam per capita.
He had no helmet tag on us.
No, I didn't. Hey, hi. Helmets don't save lives. Good traffic.
Also, that explains it all, Matt. 9.
Good traffic saves lives. Dude, I didn't. It had nothing to do with my helmet. I still had my hat on. I fucking hate people who tell cyclists that it's their helmet.
I don't wear one. It looks stupid on me.
Dude, listen. You can't. The reason people die without helmets is because of cars. It's not because of this cyclist not having a helmet on. Stop shaming the cyclist. This really gets under my skin because it's like such an American thing. Do you think they do that in Amsterdam?
Correct, it's the cars.
The cars are causing the damage.
I mean, a well-strapped helmet hits the ground first instead of the teeth. She was not paying attention.
He doesn't seen anything yet, so he doesn't know. I'm not going to judge him.
It is an American thing.
Yeah, it is. There are many, many places in the world, not just Europe and Amsterdam.
Helmets only help if you hit your head, but your instincts force you to brace yourself. I saw some videos of BMX people falling and having seizures without a helmet, no cars around. You should wear a mouthpiece as well to protect your teeth like football players.
I mean, that's BMX, man. If you're skating or doing BMX without a helmet, and believe me, there are tons that do that. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. I've fallen on my back enough times on my skateboard to know that your head's going to hit the ground hard. You know.
BMX is a different story.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
at least it saves bones a little because it's not a tough against tough surface. Yeah.
If you're riding less than a speed limit,
like that, just as easy though.
If you're riding less than a speed limit on a city road, you should be safe. You should be able to call yourself safe, but you can't because you have to share traffic with cars. If you don't have to share traffic with cars, there's like tons of videos on this about Amsterdam. Amsterdam's getting...
But no one rides less than a speed limit.
Yeah, they do.
Human heads and brains are still very fragile. A fall even from a distance on top of a bike can do irreversible damage. I'm all for doing what you want, but anything can happen, even with cars not involved.
Oh, I know,
You're not safe. There's people driving that shouldn't be driving. So do you think you could have avoided that car in any way? So
right.
You're not safe unless you're in a skate park, riding on a bike trail.
I mean, look, if I am,
Amsterdam is a completely different scenario.
why is Amsterdam different though? That's my point. My point is, people don't blame the cyclists in Amsterdam for not wearing helmets. You know why? Because their infrastructure is totally different. The only reason people blame Americans is because, and
even then, you're not safe, because a random deer could jump out in front of you.
no shit.
Hashtag ban cars.
You could actually make an argument that you're somewhat less safe with the helmet in most cases, because some of the people that wear helmets do shit that they should never do. If they didn't have a helmet on, they would drive more slowly. I know when I do, I took my gloves off, and that has caused me to be much, much, much more careful about my speed and stuff. Because I know when I go down, I can't put my hand down. I can, but I'm going to pay for it more. You know what I mean?
Invincible feeling.
There's this, if you get hit by a car doing 30 miles an hour, you're done. You're done. It doesn't matter how good your helmet is.
Put your gloves on, for safety.
So, the problem is that cars and cyclists are in the same area, and they shouldn't be.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rob. For those who haven't seen it, check out the Not Just Bikes YouTube channel. It's pretty eye-opening.
But the auto industry has successfully convinced the whole world that it's the cyclist's fault for getting hurt. You know what else they convinced everybody of? That if you walk in the street,
motorcycle helmets.
If you walk in the street, it's your fault for dying.
Where cars are. 30 miles per hour stationary or 30 miles per hour plus 15 miles per hour riding.
I don't know. But like you look at the term jaywalking was invented by the motor industry because popular opinion hated cars. Because people were walking in the middle of the streets.
While doing 30, but I'm about 30 and still feel a bit unbreakable.
And
he was going at least 30.
They spent millions of dollars in their dollars to launch a campaign against people walking in the streets. There were buggies in the streets. There were horses in the streets. People safely walked down the middle of the streets. There were women with their big ass baby carriage wheels in the streets. And people were dying like crazy when Ford made his Model T and he was like running over everybody. And it was a big, big problem. There's a whole documentary on this, on Adam Duran's Everything. And they launched a huge ad campaign saying, don't be a J. And back then, J was equivalent to the N-word. It was really, really bad. Don't be a J was the campaign that Ford ran. It wasn't just Ford, but it was mostly Ford. They ran, don't be a J. And they convinced...
Problem only for people going into the streets.
They convinced the entire
Fun fact,
public...
jaywalking means something like douchebag walking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what J means. J was a derogatory word that was just as bad as calling somebody the N-word or something now. It was really bad. And this company had the balls to make a marketing campaign saying, don't be a J. And it got so codified
Let's make it great again.
that they turned it into jaywalking, which then became a legal term for pedestrians who were walking in the street. And after that campaign, it was successful. It was one of the most successful campaigns in history. Another one was jewelry. The jewelry industry convinced everybody diamonds were worth money. They're worth shit. They're not worth anything. And because they wanted to make money. And so they convinced the entire world.
Motorcycles are a little different. I've seen crazy videos on Reddit of motorcyclists' heads bouncing off the concrete with helmets on, and I'm almost positive their head would have been water balloon without it and somehow survived.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I love riding motorcycles. I ride motorcycles too. Probably should say that. I love a good motorcycle ride. I would never be caught without my helmet on a motorcycle. I used to wear it all the time. I mean, that's... But, I mean, now you're talking about, you know... I almost got body armor at one point. You know, and you wore big, big, thick old boots, and I always wore a big, thick leather jacket because you knew you were going down. It's not like, you know... You plus you got that big thing falling on you. You know? So...
Yeah, all depends on the speed and circumstance, I guess. Imagine going 50 kilometers per hour on a pro bike and just sending it. Because they don't have to. Because their cycling infrastructure is well designed and ubiquitous, and their motorists are relatively well trained and conscious of cyclists on the road.
The thing that bothers me about America is, number one, if there's an accident, the first thing they ask is, was the cyclist wearing a helmet? It's the first question. They don't ask if the motorist was in the wrong place. They don't ask if there was a bike lane. They don't ask where this was. They immediately ask, was the biker riding it wearing a helmet? They're like, oh, he didn't have a helmet. He deserved to die. That's the attitude. It's this cavalier attitude. And I'm not the only one. Phil Gaiman, Phil Gaiman, Phil Gaiman. He's a YouTuber, cyclist. And he made a video that says, here's my farewell video. He says, I will die on a bike. He said the chances are extremely high that I will die on a bike. And he makes a farewell video and he talks about it. He talks about this very issue. How hard it is to take on. Little martial art kids. Yeah. Sorry I left all my timers on. I did.
Right. In Europe, the motorist is by default responsible for a biking accident.
That's
Helmet or no
amazing.
helmet.
Are you kidding me, Ronnie? Really? God damn, that would go so far to change things.
You should be home before dark.
Even if I'm not home before dark, I'll be fine. I got all my lights.
Essentially, people in Amsterdam don't wear helmets because they don't feel they need to. Hundreds of millions has been spent by the Dutch government on cycling infrastructure since the 1970s, resulting in cities and non-urban areas having a widespread network of cycle routes that are often separate from car traffic,
Yep.
with their own traffic lights, roundabouts,
Yep.
bridges and tunnels.
Exactly. And, it's a mindset, that's all. I mean, the American answer for this is to create trails that are entirely
This
off
is interesting.
away from traffic. So, for example, they have, I've noticed this in North Carolina here even. There are a lot of greenways
we really need
now.
to go whole hog on bikes and trains.
Yeah. And I've been looking at the travel across America thing, and rails to trails. And it's largely separate from the road. The Trans-American Trail is almost entirely on highway where trucks are going 50 miles an hour. I don't even, So, I've decided I'm not because of the accident, but I've decided I'm not going to cross America on by bike.
So, really good infra policy, culture equals no helmet. Really bad infra policy, culture equals helmet.
Yeah.
But America is not Amsterdam.
America is definitely not Amsterdam. Yep. I mean, the reason you know this is
We
because
have people protesting against bike lanes, and I think it's total bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. Yeah, there have been lots of campaigns, people associate riding a bike with a political, usually leftist politics. And the strange thing is that most of the really avid bikers that I know, I mean like the really serious ones, they fall on the political, they're like right-wing leaning, particularly the racer guys. And because they have money and they're, they're cliche, So, riding a bike is not a political thing. It's not like, oh, I'm riding a bike. It's like, oh, you must vote for Biden, That's not what it's about. It's about, oh, you're a progressive. You don't like cars. I think, no, I love my car. Why does it have to be one or the other? I just don't want them together. Like this. This person's going to turn. I got an accident just like that. That turn I just made right there.
freedom to get around with whatever means I want to.
Yeah. So I am in a bike lane, but obviously I'm not safe. I do have lights on my back. I have a bike radar that tells me how many cars are behind me. I've never been hit from behind, ever. I'm pretty good about doing that.
You're never safe. Bike gutter.
Yeah, bike
Tank.
gutter. Yeah. Tank. Hell, I'll drive a tank. It's illegal. Hey, look at all the
Safety
bikers.
doesn't exist.
Okay, there's like a bike group over there.
Don't jinx it.
There's. Did you see that biker group over there? They have their lights on. I'm turning mine on. My lights are on. I have my blinker lights on now. I have 3 lights, 2 blinky lights, and 1 headlamp on the front now. And so we're almost to another happy place. But you know, bikers do that a lot. They'll bike in a big group because it's safer in a group, apparently. Although at the critical mass 2 months ago, a truck driver drove
If it's
into the
blinking,
crowd.
You're basically like a target for a homing missile.
Yeah, I am a target.
Now you need a tinfoil hat.
I know.
To each their own, I guess. I wear one cause of seeing how fragile brains are, and something like a concrete curve can leave you in a wheelchair for the rest of your life or with seizures. A
Yeah.
lot of long-term effects come from hitting your head. They look at you and they make you a target.
Well, okay, so all I have to say about that, Cool Pill, is what happens when you wear a helmet and you still have a seizure because you get hit by a car. You know what they say? Oh, your helmet wasn't good enough. You didn't have a MIPS helmet. You didn't have a helmet that was properly rated. They don't talk about the car driving 50 miles an hour. They always talk about the helmet. Or the driver, the cyclist. It's always the cyclist. The guy that got killed in San Francisco in May got run down in a bike lane. He was a grease pad on the ground by a Honda Acura that was squealing
Depends
its
on the
wheels,
country roofs, Rob.
squealing its wheels and racing. And this guy was a grease spot in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a bike lane. And the car.
Yeah, I don't agree with blaming the biker if a car hits them.
And the
It's
car.
ease, but I'd rather wear one and get hit than not.
Yeah. Well, oh, hey, thanks for the sub. Over. Yeah, but here's the thing. That helmet didn't save him at all. They had to pick his parts off the ground. You know? You know what? They didn't even prosecute the guy. They didn't even prosecute the guy that hit him. They didn't have any charges against him or anything. I don't understand, man. There was a girl riding a woman's bicycle in a neighborhood, and she was blown the fuck away on a turn. And they said, "Oh, no fault because she didn't have visibility." I'm like, okay, fine.
Well, it's like saying that if you get shot by the tank, your body armor will help you, basically.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to save you from this.
Right. I mean, it gets you.
That's another reason why recording, live streaming your rides is a good idea.
Oh, hell yeah. In fact,
It is supposed to save you from minor stuff.
yeah. I mean, your helmet's supposed to save you from. Like if I had hit my head, I'm pretty sure with a helmet that I would be fine.
I'm waiting for someone to wear a moto helmet and people blame the helmet instead of the driver.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, you know, drivers just don't get blame at all in this country, and it's kind of sad. It does worry me a little bit. You know?
Just don't go riding into a railroad and get hit by a train, yeah.
You know, yeah. I don't know. I look, I told you already. I assume, you know, blame for stuff that happened. Not all, obviously. But I'm not the kind of guy to say that I did everything perfectly. I didn't do very much wrong. I slowed my reaction times down. That was the main thing I did. That was the main thing I did. And that was dumb. Am I going to do it again? Yep. Here's the thing, riding with traffic is not dangerous. What's dangerous is when people do unexpected things in traffic, and that's what got me killed, almost killed. That girl broke the law, took a full U-turn from the parking area to the left with no signal and no backlights across a double line.
You got in an accident because you wore the wrong color of socks.
I know. There is no way in hell I could have anticipated she was going to do that. And as a motorcycle rider, you kind of just learn to expect that everybody's going to do the worst possible thing. Because if you know, and I am kind of like that with bicycles, but to a certain degree, I mean, part of it too is I've been watching a lot of bike messengers, and a lot of the times when they pick lines and stuff, they're making decisions based on what they expect is going to happen, you know. And if any of those cars decides to do something that's not expected, and they feel like they can do stuff that's not expected all the time. They can they can split lanes and run through lights and everything, and they think, oh yeah, I can do whatever.
Well, I wanted to get an e-bike, so then I would probably wear a full motorcycle helmet and a body armor, I guess, because some of the more serious e-bikes have 90 kilometers per hour.
I would never. They're limited.
Expect the unexpected.
Most of the e-bikes
and
these days
strap that AR.
The e-bikes are throttled to 30 kilometers per hour in most countries. It's against the law to go greater than that. They're like they can't even make them that go faster than that. And I did read an article that said that there is an increase in elderly deaths by bicycle in Amsterdam since the invention of e-bike, because I guess old people are hitting the gas trying to get going. So it's kind of an interesting article. I'm not against e-bikes, but if you don't have bike handling skills and you get on an e-bike, you're just asking to
Where
die.
I live, the buses are known for clipping the handlebars of bikes, sometimes on purpose.
Oh, really?
Now they train drivers by experiencing it themselves, so they know how it feels to get clipped.
Huh.
I mean, man, if I will have 2 3,000 W motors strapped to my bike, I will be riding in the streets, not on a bike lane.
And you know, there's actually a certain argument. So I think a scooter is very dangerous, because you're going fast enough to be in traffic and slow enough to be annoying to the cars. When I was in Tucson, I sold my scooter and I bought I went ahead and I bought a motorcycle, and it was so much safer because I was with traffic. I was going as fast as traffic. When I was on the scooter on those roads with no shoulder, I was getting, passed by people doing 65 miles an hour.
Depends on the scooter.
I mean, the scooter I was on couldn't hit 65, 70. I know there are some that can, but this one couldn't. So,
scooters are more dangerous than skateboards. You have your hands clamped on the bars, so if the scooter falls forward, it pulls your whole body down with it.
yeah. When I went down on, I'm talking about like Vespa scooter kind of things, you know. But there were these big, long open roads in Tucson, Arizona.
You used to ride motorcycles too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, a lot. For 4 years. For 4 years, I rode my motorcycle to work every day. And the reason I got the motorcycle is because of that. These are roads where the big, long, straight roads where the max speed limit is supposed to be like 65, and assholes in Tucson go flying by at 75, 80, and because they're big and flat. And I got a motorcycle. I got a motorcycle so I could keep up, because I didn't want to get taken out by one of these guys. All these guys going to the military. Every time I see Tom Cruise racing his motorcycle, I want to fucking vomit.
A cruiser motorcycle or a sports bike?
I didn't trust myself on a crotch rocket. Look, I love speed. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love it. You wouldn't know that right now, but I love speed. My favorite, I would do moguls, but you get me on a downhill on the ski slopes. Dude, I'm so lucky I still have knees at all after the skiing that I used to do as a kid. Water skiing, snow skiing, all the skiing. I mean, skiing. I fucking love speed.
www.steelselectricbikes.com.
Nice. I do. I really, really love speed. I love downhills. I love bombing, skateboarding, downhill. I love it all. I've fallen a lot my whole life, and that's, I'm just getting older. Rollerblading. I seriously would fucking love rollerblading. I love it all. The point I guess I'm making is that I've been doing it for a while, and it changes you, and you get to the point where you like the speed,
And imagine strapping a front wheel motor to it.
Yeah. Yeah. These people on the Uno wheels, though, the mono wheels, I like them. I've been tempted to do a mono wheel, but I got to tell you, I'm not so sure I would be sold on one. Too much that can go wrong on those.
Ha ha ha, mono wheel.
They're pretty cool, though.
I mean, just if you hit a curve, good luck.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think I probably need to get back out on my mountain bike. I mean, when I was mountain biking every other weekend or so, my reaction skills and everything were so much better, You're bunny hopping curbs, you're like, what I should have done to that car
If I rode a moto, I'd probably take back roads and avoid highways at all costs.
I should have.
In my state, Florida, I-4 is one of the most dangerous highways in the country.
Is it?
You just basically fly like an eagle, strike like a hawk, and you go headfirst into a wall.
Yeah. Even these golf carts, man. I see people cruising on these things. They don't even have licenses. What I should have done is I should have skidded.
Just buy a pro go-kart.
I should have skidded out, and I should have ran right into the side of her car. Because her car didn't even get hurt. Tomorrow I'm going to go pick up the police report, by the way. Yeah, I got to pick it up within like 48 hours or something.
You are in the upper class neighborhoods when people are riding around on golf carts, lol.
Oh, yeah.
Golf cart.
This is not the first time. There's going to be many, many more Rainbow Road golf carts. It's like a pretty normal sight here. Hi. I mean, I could just walk Sam for my exercise. Like a hobbit house right there.
Like this. www.youtube.com.
What is that?
170 HP supercard.
Yeah.
He needs a nice Ducati.
Dude, I told you, I don't trust myself on a Ducati. I want a Ducati with every fiber in my being. I really do. But I just don't want to do it. I don't want to get a Ducati.
I see people hold their dog leash while riding bikes.
Oh, I do that too.
And they won't do that anymore.
My dog used to pull me on my longboard. Yeah, Jane. No kidding, man. She was a little monster. God, she was buff. She would pull me on my longboard. She's absolutely amazing. Everybody's getting
I
these.
can't trust my dogs to do that.
You
You
can't.
probably look good on a Ducati Scrambler though, Rob.
Dude, I fucking love Ducatis. Are you kidding me? It's one of my dreams is to save money to get a Ducati. I would just get on a Ducati and I would travel
Back
all over.
on it. LFG.
Yeah. The problem with the Ducati, I thought, I've actually thought about getting a Ducati and doing
Go
bike.
kart with motorcycle engine. Look for it at YouTube.
Probably not a good idea. Yeah. I got my bruise is healing on this hand. My hand, look at how yellow it is from all the bruising.
Lol Kazanas. I got the jacket from Tron Legacy scene with the Ducati.
Did
It was
you?
cheaper than the bike, lol.
Oh damn! I believe it. I just got to keep my
You hit a
mouth.
curve and fly straight to heaven.
Exactly. You guys,
Go karts are so low.
I have kind of a sad story to tell you about that. My 16-year-old nephew
Not
died.
the exact jacket. It was a replica.
He died on his
Kazanas
birthday.
is a comedian.
This is a true story. My Uncle Ray, his son, so my nephew, died on his 16th birthday when he got a new bullet bike and wrapped it around a telephone pole on the first turn. On the first turn. On the first turn, he wrapped it around a telephone pole. He wasn't even away from his birthday party yet. They had to come scrape his body up. That is a true story. It's a great,
Oh wow, sad.
it's one of the greatest tragedies of my
Damn.
family. And the thing that's funny, not funny, but
Oh, damn.
ironic. The thing that's ironic about it is that
shit.
his dad, Uncle Ray, who owns a old folks home, by the way, one of the nicest guys you'd ever know. He took his own money and bought an old folks home, and he had been running it for years. He and his wife, who taught me how to water ski, by the way. I used to remember as a young kid kind of lusting after my Aunt Shauna because she looked so damn good in a bikini. She was a hairstylist, and my Uncle Ray was dating her. My Uncle Ray was like the hottest guy in his high school. He was a really cool guy. He had no hair later. He lost all his hair like me. I used to worship the dude. To this day, I still do like a little signature thing that he did because I thought it was cool. And anyway, so I haven't talked to him in years, probably 30 years. I don't even know if he's alive still, honestly. But he's probably got great grandkids at this point. See, this is the danger situation. Now they see me, but this is the really big danger. When a car turns into you like that, you can't do anything. There's no way to avoid it. They just hit you. I've been in 2 wrecks that way, where that was the case. And I mean, she really saw me because I got my lights on and everything. Anyway, so Uncle Ray and Aunt Shauna was their oldest boy, I guess. I think. I didn't know him very well, honestly. But it was such a tragedy because they would go biking all the time. They were trying to get all of the extended family, including my dad. My dad's almost died on a motorcycle so many times, it's insane. At least 3 major times. He's had major accidents on his motorcycle. And including one where he got rear-ended by a semi. I'll tell you that story someday. And anyway, so they would all get together and they get on their Harleys, and they kind of had this biker, ethic. It was like this family biker gang, right? Uncle Mike and the other go biking. So when the 16-year-old who barely had, the ability to drive a car, let alone a Ducati or whatever it was they got him, because they were really wealthy. I mean, that is That has got to be one of the greatest tragedies I've ever heard, because those parents have to live with that decision the rest of their life. The rest of their life, they have to ask themselves, was it premature giving our 16-year-old a bullet bike? You know what I mean? Nah, you'll be fine. You know, I cannot imagine that. I don't know if I could do it. Speaking of sad stories.
Nata9 once again, what was that channel for Terraform? Maybe some experienced user can help me a bit with my use case. I have done some initial research on how it works.
Yeah. One of my best friends from high school. One of my best friends from high school backed over his 9-year-old daughter on the driveway and killed her. Kind of dark, I know, but he tried to kill himself later. So I guess there are some tragedies you can come out of with a more positive outlook on humanity and, you know, humility. And there are some tragedies that are not easy to recover from, you know. So I'm grateful, believe it or not, that I had a tragedy that just messed with my head a little bit. Hey, thanks for the sub. All my lights are on. I'm in the bike lane.
You're braver than me. I'd be on the sidewalk there.
The sidewalk? Yeah, I probably could ride on the sidewalk here. Woo! Dead skunk. Damn, that's the second roadkill. That's the second roadkill in a row. There are lots of roadkill today. Can't stop all these people from getting home to their families, though. You need to ride instead of riding in a car, you need a bigger car, so you're the one left standing. Because America.
One of my sports teachers at school reversed over his son on their drive. My dad was the paramedic that went to the scene. Another sports teacher had a cardiac arrest after practice at the end of the day. My dad was also the one that went to him.
Oh.
Small world.
So sad. Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew est mort. Pepe Le Pew est mort. Il est mort. Ouais. God, I left my stream on. Just a nice happy ride. I don't know how I could make myself any more visible though. Again, I'm not like tempting fate, but I've never been hit from behind. No, I've been hit from the side. And I've been hit by people who were staring me straight in the face 2 or 3 times.
Are you dressed like a banana? Are you asking for suggestions?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I gotta go. It is 2 a.m. in Poland right now and I have to do some coding tomorrow and possibly fight some with Terraform. We'll chat on the Discord and
Yes.
maybe someone can point me towards some worthy solutions for my use case or some example repos.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh no, you're jinxing it.
I know, Bellum. Go down in this neighborhood. So far, so good on the bike, though. Brakes are good. Bike is good. I think I got some of my... Oh, hey Gabs, thanks for the sub, that's very nice. Sometimes I think my dad's genetics have poisoned me. Because he's been in so many accidents. He's a motorcycler, he's a BMX motorcycler, motocross guy. He's a gymnast and a trampolinist, and he one time he sheared his fork off on his mountain bike, jumping it. I'm not even kidding. He had no business jumping on that.
Does he have his front teeth still?
Yeah. Oh no, he knocked his front teeth out when he was 8 or 9. Yeah.
What's the most dangerous thing you've done on a bike?
My dad knocked his front teeth out before his 12th birthday. He's always been this this speed demon, you know. He always has been. I probably get a lot of the genetics from him. One of the greatest memories I have of my dad was racing down Murphy's Hogback, the backside of Murphy's Hogback on the downhill.
Genetic bad luck.
And I hit.
So therefore, it's your dad's fault.
Oh, if it's my dad's fault, I'm very proud of that part of my dad. My dad's got no fear, man. He's got no fucking fear. He really never has. He never has. Dude, you should see the stuff he used to do on the trampoline. He was a semi-pro trampolinist in college. Oh my God, the guy's insane, and he just doesn't know his limits. He would get kind of big, you know. He got kind of fat a little bit, middle-aged fat. And he would still do dead man suicide rolls on the tramp, or he taught me to do backflip, standing backflip. I tell you what, you want to get chicks, learn how to do a standing backflip when you're a teenager.
New word learned, trampolinist.
Yeah. Yeah. He was an Olympic trampolinist. But I mean, there's so many times he just came down on the rail, on the ground, you know. But I wasn't there, but I think probably the most interesting one, he had no business going on this
Do
big...
I say the stereotype I fall prey to?
What is that stereotype? I don't want to be on this road, not right now. It's getting dark, so I'm going to get off of it. There's no shoulder here. My front wheel's making noise. Give me a sec.
Time to head home, I think.
Yeah, I'm going home. It's getting dark. I think that was another big factor, was that it was dark, you know. I also think the girl was drunk. I think the girl was drunk too.
A lot of low-class uneducated people don't take care of their teeth, and so they rot out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
IRL streaming is
Yeah.
art. Cicada army is approaching.
Cicada army. I forgot to bring my water. Well, that was dumb. That's a competitive sheepdog thing right there. Feels good to be out, but yeah.
Olympic sheepdog.
Yeah, it was like, did you see that? It was like one of those training courses for the sheepdog. Whatever. Oh shit, people are turning left. Dude, if they don't see me, you know, I got so many lights on right now. So. Oh, come on, let me make it. I want to make this light.
Wait, Rob's back out on the bike already. Nice.
Yeah.
Need a speaker playing the ice cream truck song to draw attention. How much money do you think you need if and when you cross America by bike?
I don't know if I'm going to cross by bike. I was going to tell you about
I didn't
this.
take care of my teeth when I was young and now they're half gone. Like
Yeah.
each tooth is like half gone. Fucking sucks.
I don't mind not having teeth. I don't, as long as my health is okay. You know, it's annoying to eat. You'd be surprised, I've been eating much better. The food I eat is a lot better. It turns out unhealthy food is harder to eat. Yeah. It's true. Like a burger or something. I gotta like cut it up. Put it in my mouth.
What are you eating? Applesauce.
I've been eating
Watch the smoothies.
smoothies. I've been doing that. I've been doing eggs are fine because they're all boiled and chopped up. What else? My wife's best friend, Katie.
Have you made a hamburger smoothie yet?
No. Katie gave me
Are you planning on getting implants, useless pony?
She gave me some plum baby food. That was really good. And believe it or not, like hot cross, pretzel roll buns, those are fine because I can break off a piece of the bread and I stick it back on my molars and just chew on it, kind of like an old guy. And it's fine. So that is probably the most unhealthy thing. Bananas, I have a lot of bananas. I used to be big. I used to like crunchy chips, and I ate a lot of peanuts.
Do you have a timeline on new teeth? My mom took forever to get the right size made.
I have no idea. We have no idea.
How are you doing with raw carrots? 110% even plan on ripping my teeth out myself if need be.
Yeah. I'm not obsessed with having perfect teeth. I'm too old for that shit. If I do it, I want it for health. Like it stops your breathing, or there's health reasons to have teeth. It can mess up your jawline and stuff. But the plan is, instead of biking across America where there's going to be really bad reception anyway.
I hear you can substitute chips for cucumbers. I care about rotting and stuff, but not straightness or any of that.
Yeah. Car's coming.
Your tooth situation is really a reality check for me.
Well, again, a helmet wouldn't have helped me. You know what would have helped me? Stopping myself before I hit the ground. That's what would have helped me. And what would have helped that? Had I not drank that extra beer. Again, I was not drunk.
Accident-wise.
I was not drunk. I was not drunk. Yeah. I was not drunk, but
My dentist is like the only thing still in business at Epicenter.
Yeah.
What if you went right instead of left?
I thought about that, actually. I thought if I had tried to go right...
All good cyclists have good front teeth.
Not me. Good cyclists don't have good front teeth. How do you know? Maybe they have a denture and you just don't know. Huh? You didn't know I didn't have front teeth until I knocked them out. You know, I feel safe in the intersections because people are doing expected things.
Akiptith is trolling skeptical smiley face.
You know what I mean? No one's being a dumbass. In the intersection, people don't usually, they're usually attentive. You know what I mean?
All good cyclists have good front dentures. True.
I used to jump my skateboard off of cars.
There's a nice light that most people follow.
Yeah. I used to jump my skateboard off of cars like 10 feet in the air. I'm so surprised I didn't lose more things, you know. I never broke a bone. My nose, that's the first time I've ever broken a bone in my body, ever. And I've crashed a lot, and I've always known, I've had tons of road rash. Oh my God. So much road rash. We'll do one lap around here.
Rubber bones.
You know what they say though? They always say that most accidents happen not in traffic.
Good news. Your nose isn't a bone.
It is too. There's a bone in there that broke. That's what they told me. So, what was I gonna say?
The bridge is a bone, I think.
Yeah, and there's a little teeny tiny bone that your the thing that separates your nostrils, that attaches to a bone. I broke that bone. That bone is broken, which is weird because the cartilage is still attached to that bone, and it's just all off center. It's really
Septum.
weird. Yeah, my septum is attached to a bone, and the bone it's attached to got broke. It's like I hit my face. The part of my face that hit was right between, my mustache. Basically, my mustache planted. That's what happened. I was just going to say, most accidents happen in the neighborhood. They happen in parking areas where driving is unpredictable. You know what I mean? They happen in the places where you feel safe. Because, oh, hey, I'm just riding on this lonely, empty road, It wasn't like I was really vigilant and looking at every car like I would be if I had been in downtown or something. I was like, oh, hey, look, it's empty, everybody's in bed, all the car lights are off, everybody's parked, it's late at night, and boom, out of nowhere, this car comes.
At least things are slower in those areas.
Yeah, and she was dead stopped. The only reason that I face planted was because I skidded out. You can see it, I played it back a million times. I skidded out, kind of, and my rear wheel caught her car. I don't even know where it caught her car, but it caught her car, and it caused me to flip forward the opposite direction, and that just slammed my face right into the ground. And that was the end of it. But like right here, see, this is dangerous, right?
Whoa.
This is dangerous because you think that all these guys are in there, they're all parked and everything, and it's going to be that one person who's coming home from a party who backs out really quickly, who doesn't think of seeing you, and you're also not thinking of seeing them.
Don't break with your face, kids. Glad you're all right, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Beautiful night though, huh? Oh, yeah. Go home and have some protein powder. I had a beer last night and it was miserable. It was so hard to drink. I couldn't drink it. I was like, because you can't put it in on your
Don't break face.
Yeah, don't break face. Don't use your face to break. It's a bad idea. I mean, I could have used any other part of my body, and even my hands got really hurt. That's what was that. I blame that on the alcohol. I blame all of that because I was relaxed.
Nice evening.
I was so relaxed. Being relaxed is what really took my teeth.
Don't break with your face, or you'll break your face.
Don't break with your face, you break your face. I do. I think I was because I was so relaxed. I let my arms collapse when I hit the ground. I hit pretty hard, but I think my arms let go more than they normally would had I not
Hands
been.
more important than faces, computer guy.
You know what? Kind of interesting that you would say that. Because, I mean, I should have come out of that without being able to use my left hand at least. And I didn't. I swear to God, the universe was just giving me a wake-up call. I'm going to humble you. You're going to meet all these awesome people. You're going to learn to not be an idiot. You know, listen to your wife. Don't drink more than 2 beer. You know. There's no way this light is ever changing. This is like one of the dilemmas of being a biker. Because the light can't see me. So they don't make the lights in this state to be able to see
Proud
you.
the game streamer consciously landed on his left arm instead of his mouse arm in an accident.
Did he really? He deliberately did? Yeah, if you're a game streamer, if it's your livelihood, man. Yeah. I mean, I do worry about that. I kind of feel like I should insure my hands. If my hands.
Yeah, he said he thought about it in that second.
Yeah, if my, it's probably one of those subconscious things, right? You know. But I bet you. You know. I don't know. There's just a million things that you can go wrong when you're biking. It's hard to anticipate every single one of them. And new people who, you know, I'm kind of glad it happened too. Part of me is glad it happened because so many people have been watching me. And I was kind of getting foolish there.
The universe keeps telling me not to ride a bike as fast as I do. I've yet to learn.
Yeah. But you know, honestly, I think that may be one of the reasons I had the accident, because there's been a lot of people who bought bikes and started riding since I started riding. And it's probably important that they see me get humbled. And, you know, just like 2 nights ago, I was sketching off a bus. I was dragging off a bus and everything, and having a good time and saying things like "so long, suckers," you know. And I still want to get to the point where I can be confident and have fun on the bike, you know, but I don't want to lead to somebody else's.
It's all your dad's fault.
It's all my dad's fault. I can't blame my dad. What's that line? There's a 1990s rock song.
Carrot, carrot.
There's a 1990s rock song that goes, "I cannot blame my father," and it's basically it's answering. Oh, what's their faces who always blame everything on their dad and then they kill themselves. What's their name? Linkin Park. Linkin Park is like always blaming their dad for everything when they sing. And somebody else made a song, and it was kind of a thing. Another at the same time, somebody else made a song that says, "I cannot blame my father. It's my own fault." Honestly, I'm glad I had the dad I did. I haven't talked to him in a while, and I know he's going through some hard times right now. He's pretty sick, and maybe this was the whack in the head I needed to, you know, start to talk to them again. And in case anybody knows,
I wonder if I can get humbled on the stationary bike that I just got.
that's another reason, by the way. God, can you imagine? I almost bought a bike, an ascent bike, which means I would have been hitting 70 kilometers an hour on the downhills, 60, 70. I'm so glad I didn't get that. That would have been like getting a Ducati. I was going to pay $8,000 for an Athos or a Monda, either one. That would have been the stupidest thing ever. And instead of doing that, what I do, I paid $4,500, $5,000 for the indoor bike, which just kicks ass, and I can like race on that bike and not be afraid of getting hurt too bad, other than overdoing it and passing out from cardiac arrest, which I almost did last night.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I'm really glad I didn't do that, you know? It's been a really good reminder.
If you were riding faster that night, she would have turned after you had passed her.
I don't know. I think I probably would have... If I had been going faster, I think I actually would have made it. But I would have grazed her, and I probably would have went down. Like, I would have wobbled around like that, you know? I mean, one of the downsides of the bike that I have is it's really snappy. This bike I have is really snappy. See this? I know, yeah, I'm going to crash, right? The bike I have right now, let me slow down and show you. It's really snappy. And the reason it's really snappy is because it's usually supposed to be loaded with like a really heavy front fork packed on it. So it has a really, really like overly responsive geometry. It's almost like it's almost like a sprint car.
Let me show you. You see this? Crashes.
Yeah.
I see you're back at it.
Yeah. But that's kind of the problem, you know? This woman wants to pass me, and I'm trying to decide to let her pass me or not. Normally, I mean, before I would have beat him down the hill. But I'm not doing that right now. Here, we're back at it. Did you see that I'm like testing the bike out and everything, Artibek's wife?
He's now older and wiser.
Yeah. I've always been crazy though, and you know what? Doris knew what she was getting into. That's all I gotta say. She knew what she married. She knew that I was a crazy maniac when she married me.
You have to get teeth though. At least you don't have any chiclets to Saint it. She knew the teeth were temporary.
Yeah. No, she didn't know I had fake teeth. I don't think she ever knew that. Oh, she knew that, because I told her the story.
Chocolate fixes everything.
I think I showed her the story of... She doesn't like chocolate, actually. I told her the story of kissing the gymnast and having her knock my teeth out, so I think she knew the story. I think it was after we were divorced, though. I mean...
Cute
Mary.
voice without the front teeth. Sorry, Mon Amy.
Sorry, mon ami. Yeah, I'm telling you, I sound like a...
Oh, the teeth were already fake. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I told the story the other night about how I lost my teeth. I'm actually... there's a chance I'm going to drive back to Utah within the next 2 months. I'm going to go say hi to my family again and try to catch up and stuff. And if I go back, I'll make sure to bring all the pictures back, and you'll get to see me when I was 6 years old, 7 years old.
Someone knocked your teeth out by kissing you.
No. Well, yeah, they did. They knocked my bridge out. Yeah, I told that story the other night. I guess I'll have to tell it again sometime. But I have been in the dentist's office since I was a kid, because I was born with decalcification, it was called, which means that my teeth are not very strong. Probably why they broke out.
You could just say you got into a fight and they should see the other guy.
I've been told most of my life, since I was a kid, that I'd be lucky to have teeth by the time I was 40. Because they were really, really decalcified. I had to go in for special calcium treatments and everything, oral treatments when I was a kid. And they're still discolored because of it.
Does that affect your bones, or just your teeth?
I hope it doesn't affect my bones.
Yes, I have decalcification too.
Do you? I hope it doesn't.
The dentist thanks you for buying his Mercedes.
And I don't know if it affects my bones. I don't think it does. I hope not. But so for that reason, my dad has got really weird teeth. He's got really, really buck teeth, like really buck teeth, like Bucky Beaver kind of Bucky. And in fact, because his teeth got knocked out when he was a kid, he was able to fix his bucktoothness a little bit because his teeth got knocked out. And I inherited that. So my front tooth, and there's no way for you to understand this. You have to just see it. The dentist, when he pulled it out of my head, he
Get
asked...
home before it's dark.
I'm
I
coming.
have never been told that it would affect bones.
I'm coming home right now, honey.
Spittin' Chiclets is a hockey merch brand. Look at this cap, that would be good on you. Store.barstoolsports.com. Maybe people made fun of them, so he knocked them out on purpose.
Maybe so. But he had... I had my two front teeth. I actually had three front teeth. I know that doesn't make any sense, but hear me out. I had three front teeth. And two of them were fused together to make one big monster freaky tooth. It was about, I would say, probably 3/4 of an inch across. And it had a little gap in it as if it were two teeth, but it was fused together. It was really weird looking. And when I went to get braces, they couldn't put a brace on it because it was too big. So they had to pull it. They pulled the thing, they pulled it out of my head. It was like 2.5 inches long. It was huge. The dentist, I kid you not, the dentist had to push his leg. He had an orderly come in, a woman come in and help him. He had to push, it was like something out of a, coming of age movie. It was really crazy. The dentist had to push on the chair to get the tooth out. And when he finally got it out, he said, "Can I keep this?" And I wish I had never said yes. I wish I had never said yes to that. He had never seen it before. It was like a really unique anomaly. And he said, "I really want to study this. Do you mind if I keep it?" And I said, "Yeah." And I feel, to this day, I think
maybe he has it in a shrine at his office.
I hope he does. I will live to find him again. And so, and that was really hard for me. I was a kid, right? I mean, I was already hard because I look like a total geek. Had two sets of figure, not just one. Seriously, I look like Jane Cusack in a 1980s movie. I had two sets of headgear. One across the
I
bottom.
was just passing by. Have a good night and good
Oh,
rest.
see you, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. And so they said, "Yeah, okay, well, while you have your braces on, we will put a tooth in the braces and we'll hold the tooth there so people think you have a tooth." So while I had braces on, nobody knew I didn't have a tooth because I had a fake tooth there. It was being held there by the braces. I wore braces for 3 years. And I remember turning, I think, 15 to 16, I can't remember. Was I driving yet? Yeah, I was. So I'd have been 17, 16 or 17. 16 or 17, I got my braces off. And it was amazing. Oh, God. I mean, it was really amazing because, I'd been this total geek before that. And I still was a geek, and that actually is funny because right around that same time I started dating homecoming queens and stuff like that. And I think I ever made the correlation until now. But one of the things they had to do is I said, "Okay, I need a tooth here. What are they going to do?" So, again, this is 1983. So they ground away the back side of the teeth next to that big tooth. And they glued, it's a special bridge, they glued a bridge.
Fusion of teeth is a developmental anomaly, which stem from the union of two teeth originating both in primary and the permanent dentition 1. They are not considered to be common, and have a frequency of occurrence ranging between 0.3% and 3.8% in the general population.
Damn, I'm telling you, I should have kept the thing. It was probably worth a lot of money. And so I wore this, they gave me this really cheap bridge that glued on to the back of the other two teeth, literally. It wasn't, you know, the way they do now where they polish, you know, they grind down a teeth and they put it on top of it like mine is now. They did that because they wanted to be less destructive. They didn't want to destroy my whole mouth. They could see my mouth now, they'd be, oh God, you know. And so but it didn't stay on very well, and I should have known better because I was very active. I did every sport that I could, except football. I hated football.
I'm imagining them hitting the mouth with a hammer.
Yeah. I mean, I did everything, man. I did pretty much all the sports. I skated, I rollerbladed, I biked, I cycled, I criterium raced, I played soccer, played tennis, cross-country running. I was just really, really active, and I should have known I wasn't going to be able to keep that thing in. And so all the time I would just bump it, you know? Not even hard. I would just like bump it, and it kept popping up. Every time we go to there was 8 kids in my family. We were really poor. And so every time I knocked the bridge out, we'd have to go back to the dentist and have to pay like all kinds of money to have them glue it back on. And so one day, I broke it again. I was like, oh no, Mom's gonna get pissed. I broke my bridge again. And sure enough, I mean, let this car pass. All right, so truck, I should say. So one time I knocked it out, and I was like, I am not going to my mom again. And I was like 17, 18, I think 17. And so I noticed what the dentist was doing every time. I had knocked it out at least 3 times. And every time the dentist would put some kind of stuff on the back of it and just stick it back in and hold it there. And I was like, okay. I was like, why can't I do that with super glue? So I looked at the recipe on super glue to see if there was anything toxic in it.
Super glue.
I did. I looked at the super glue and I said, is there anything in super glue that will kill me? And it turns out no. And in fact, now they're using super glue instead of stitches. You ever had stitches glued together? They do that, use super glue. I did that to my son. My son got a big gash in his head and I super glued it together on vacation. I'm not kidding. Because super glue, apparently, it's not toxic. You can use it for that kind of thing, apparently. And so I
ROFL.
I deliberately kept a tube of super glue in my pocket all the time. All the time.
GIGACHAD.
Chad. And I kept the super glue in, so anytime I knock it off, and I got really good at knowing how to put it back. And so every once in a while, something stupid had happened. I'd be wrestling with my friends or something, and I'd pop it out, and they'd be like, oh, Rob knocked his bridge out again! You know, they called me Muley, actually. My friends called me Muley and Schnoz. Those are and Pokey. Pokey the knee rider. Poke, they call me Poke for short. My high school friends.
You could become a dentist.
But when I was in junior high, they called me Muley.
Thought about that when I chipped a tooth before. Also, super glue is a great bandage substitute.
It is. It's a great bandage substitute. Exactly. And so, you know, and so don't go die. Make sure you use the right super glue if you're going to do this. I don't even know if it's safe anymore, so don't blame me. But I used to do it. I used to glue my tooth back in. When I was 17, I would glue my tooth in all the time. I was always knocking it out, too. I'd be skiing or skating or something. And one of the times I knocked it out, I was making out with Brooke Rowley, the gymnast, with legs for days. Oh my God, that woman was so amazing.
Instructions unclear. Superglued lips together.
Oh yeah, dude. There's so many times I came close to like supergluing my finger to my lip while I was doing that. I did. I didn't care though. I was like, I am not going back to mom and make her pay $800 or whatever to re-glue my
the new
teeth
fad
in.
diet.
Yeah. And it was fun. So yeah, I was making out once. I told the story before, but after I delivered pizza, I would go over to Brooke Rowley's house and we'd make out and pretend to watch TV. And I went over there and we started making out, and it was always really fun and intense, and she knocked my tooth out. And I held it there with my tongue, and I said, I gotta go, Brooke, I gotta go right now, I gotta go, I forgot something. And we were both like horny as hell, and I went home like totally blue-balled. but she never found out that I knocked my bridge out. So I went home and we'll get it back in. That's a true story. I was so afraid she was gonna like swallow it or something, or she was gonna get it in her mouth. When it broke, I don't think I really, really panicked. I panicked so bad. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose the hottest girl in the school right now. And she seriously was. I mean, she had probably the worst reputation of most of the hot girls. And and that's a long story. I don't want to talk about it. You know what? She was a good person, and I kept trying to tell myself that I could find the good in her. And we never had sex or anything. But what did she want to? That's a good memory every time I have it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty damn good memory. Hey, there's my car. She's been riding it with the bike rack up the whole time. She didn't know to take the bike rack down? Okay. Anyway. We are home safe and sound. God, look at how light I am now. How could you not see that? See that? Pretty visible, huh? If you walk up to it, watch. If you walk up to it, I'll pretend like I'm a car. Watch what happens. It'll like, usually it will see me. Oh, it didn't see me. I'm sad. It should have seen me. Stay right. Pretty bright, huh? Did I lose you? I guess I lost you guys. Turn the lights off. What else are we gonna do? That is gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go raid somebody, call it a night. So, assuming you're still there. Trying to reconnect. Are you still there?
Saya.
Okay. Yeah. Did I disconnect? Or am I still there?
Night all.
Am I still there?
Gian.
Did I guess I must have stopped streaming. Somehow. Kinda.
No. Still there.
Oh.
Had ads.
Oh.
We can't see you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. Still there.
Oh, that was ads. Okay, that explained it. Sorry about that. I have no control of that.
Still okay.
Nice, okay.
Glad you made it home. Be safe.
Yeah, where's RWX's wife? Oh, I thought she was home already. I guess not. Oh, she already ate. She's in bed already. What? Oh, you bought me fluffy bread?
Hi, Sam.
And you bought wine?
No, we had wine.
What else did you buy?
I went to Trader Joe's. I also
Hi, Doris.
They can't see you, but they're saying
I
hi.
went to Whole Foods first just because I had to park there to go to FedEx in the morning. I got the big Puglisi bread.
Oh, nice.
And then I went to Trader Joe's because I was so close when I went to the other FedEx after work. And then I bought more dumplings, so Otto will make you dumplings. And I bought onion focaccia, tomato focaccia.
Focaccia.
Crumpets.
Focaccia, fugazi, fugazi,
I bought
fugazi.
more frozen food for Otto.
Alright. Dude, I'll tell you about it later, but I had a sort of a psych breakdown
You have what?
I had kind of a psychological breakdown for a second.
You did when?
Yeah, on when I hit the first speed bump, and
trauma, like PTSD, right?
I started like
Yeah.
bawling. It was
I
weird.
can't believe you went out
It came out of nowhere. I mean, I was like all
That's
happy
what
to be on the bike and
PTSD
everything,
is. That's what PTSD
and then it
is.
was just like out of nowhere,
That's
man.
what PTSD is. 'Cause you
I don't know what
triggered.
PTSD is, but boy, my God! I mean, it was completely uncontrollable, and it was totally unexpected, and it was like all of a sudden it was like, ugh.
Hi.
You know?
You have to get teeth though, because otherwise it'll fuck up where your other teeth are.
I know, Doris.
God damn it.
We're telling stories about all the times I lost my teeth. How my dad lost his teeth when he was 9. You know where I got all this danger from?
Your dad.
My dad. He's been, you know how many times he's wrecked on a motorcycle? Even in his 40s. You know? And you're like, so, don't be him. Right? Don't ever let me have a Ducati. Man, if I'd gotten that hill climbing bike and been doing
here's
descents.
the thing, you're a fucking grown man. I can't make you let or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
You do you.
I know. Me is gonna still do me. Sorry.
And I'm really fucking good at my job.
You are good at your job.
Just saying.
I know you are. I want to hear all about it. I'm gonna go
Today,
end my
Monday?
stream.
What's today? You know, today's Tuesday.
Yeah. Sam, are you gonna rip this one apart too? Are you trying to rip it apart? You are, aren't you? You're gonna rip it apart, aren't you? All right, I'm gonna go rate them out, and then I'll talk to you and stuff. We're gonna go to get the pick up the police report tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can come with me.
What time are you leaving?
I leave by 7:45.
7:45. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, I hate being in this apartment. Can I just say? I'm grateful that I have an apartment, though. I never, ever want to be taken as being ungrateful. Hey, King. Check. Check 1, check it 2, check it 3, check 4, check 5. Are you still there? All right, we're going to go raid somebody.